I wish that art could not be merged with sports. It irks me a lot. It bothers me that the Department of Arts is combined with sports, because it's a bloated thing. So I wish that it could be separated, because then more focus could be given in art alone, because I feel like we don't really get the support that we need, because it's always diverted into sports. So that would be what I wish, that it could just be the arts, and then we can get more support. I also wish that art could be taken seriously at grassroots level, and this is from schools, because a lot of schools out there, they're encouraging maths and physics and science and technology. We need those things. I know, I'm aware of that. That's all important, but we're not all going to be scientists. I think we need to balance the scales. If you think of Khayelitsha alone, there's only one art-focused school that I know of. Maybe there is more now, but the one I know of is only one. But Khayelitsha is huge. And you realize that a lot of our kids are being encouraged to study these subjects because they will give them more money. But life is more than just about making more money. It's actually about learning how to live with others. And without the arts, I don't know, I think life will be incredibly boring, because art spreads more, like the things that we see on television. I see it as art, graphic design, I see it as art. I really, really wish that art could be encouraged at schools. And if it is encouraged, and then parents must be educated about the possibilities that are out there, so that they can encourage their kids to take the subject, especially also women, because they always think that art is for men, which is a weird thing. When I said that I'm gonna do fine arts, even some teachers at school made fun of that, and they were like, but it's a boy thing. I mean, you're a woman, why would you do this? And they would also make jokes like, is there rough art? Because you're doing fine art. So I think there's a lot of misinterpretation and what's the word in English? Misconception, yeah, that people don't really, because of that misunderstanding and misconception, they formulate stereotypes which are dangerous, because then kids that can become great artists don't take on the subject because they're scared. And they always like to push the narrative of a struggling artist, which is not always the case. So I really wish that art could be encouraged from grassroots levels, and maybe have more mentorship and people that actually go to schools to show the possibilities, that this is what you can do with a degree in the arts. This is how your life can be. So my path started at Luhlaza High School. I had an incredible teacher who encouraged us. We were a very small class. I think we were about 20, and in a township school, you never really get 20 kids in a class. It's always more than that, but because it was art, so no one really liked the subject that much. So it was nice to have a small class, because then our teacher could give us more feedback, and we were a very close class, like a small community within the school. So Mr. Sitali really encouraged us to take on the arts even after high school. He is the person that took us to exhibitions, to openings, to Iziko, because that's the first time we would go on a trip on a vehicle, the 27-seater. So he really planted a seed in us. And out of my class, I think 2 of us, and we're both women, we actually went further. Because now a friend of mine, Azola, is a graphic designer. She's incredible. She makes the best work. Often we see her stuff on TV, like she's worked with Lucky Star, with Freaka Hair, all these big companies. But it started there. And I applied to Michaelis, and I also applied to CPUT. I was taken by both, but I realized, because like I said, I'm not a very person who likes too much structure, and I liked having my own autonomy over things and the complexity and freedom. So Michaelis became the best option where I could express myself more, because I didn't feel like I could do that at the technical school. I then came to Michaelis, studied my fine arts, got my degree, and I started teaching afterwards because I always wanted to, I hate the word give back, but people use it all the time. I always wanted to be part of the community and also to help nurture the next group of artists that is coming up. And the best way to do that was to be a teacher while practicing as an artist. So I planned that because I started investigating in my third year already. And when I finished my fourth year, I already knew what I was going to do. But I didn't want to stop making art. So then I've been teaching and I've been making art. I've traveled to many different parts of the world. I've seen beautiful people, and I've engaged with a lot of smart people, I would say, from different cultures, and that has actually helped me grow. It has helped me open up my mind in ways that I didn't think that I could, because I was such a very serious person, but knowing other people and seeing other cultures helped me to be more open-minded and more flexible. But I think for me, art has been a blessing. It's really made me grow as a person. If I think of how I was when I started, being super religious and judgmental, and then starting art and learning those critical skills and knowing that there's more to life than just one book, and loving people as they are without judging and stereotyping them and putting them in a box. I learned that through art. I learned that through mixing with people.